Welcome back to another episode of DT Garage. Tony and I are going to be working on Project Snake Charmer today, and Tony will be doing some really cool work with getting the plumbing for the intercooler and radiator into our EcoBoost engine, and he'll be using some factory original parts and doing a really good job, bang up job on that. I will be working in the rear of the car, so we're kind of tag teaming front to back things. And I'll be, now that the floor is cut out and I have the Mustang floor cut to size, I'll be aligning it and tacking it into place. So follow along, let's have some fun and make some real good progress on this thing today. Come on, Tony.
Just finishing up painting the front, I don't know, whatever you call this part, front frame rails and stuff, just kind of, we noticed it's starting to rust already, so kind of clean it up and keep it from rusting. Plus it kind of looks like we actually did something.
Yeah, and that's not the permanent coating, it's just trim clad for now, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so. We'll see.
We'll see how it lasts, I guess.
Yeah. It's not, this stuff I've used it before and it lasts okay for, I'm not going to show it I guess, but yeah, the Rust-Oleum lasts pretty good for, like I've used it on like my other projects and stuff. And for a spray bomb, it's pretty good. So yeah, it might be on here longer than you think, Devin.
I guess I'm just used to the expensive paint.
Yeah. Hey, just finished this piece going on the intercooler here. So I spent a little bit extra time and some time with the die grinder on the inside here. Cleaned up some of my ugly welds on the outside. Lots of different little pieces to make it all fit together. So now this is getting bolted on here, and then there's our intercooler.
Can you show that one more time?
And then it comes on here, and then our intercooler. This is our intercooler, runs from here to the throttle body. So you can show them on the engine. So this will be
right there.
This will be sitting like this, I guess, roughly.
I'll just get a better view of it.
Something like that.
And have you notched the frame to make something fit in there?
Yeah. So we had to notch this to make the coolant hose that comes off the rad here fit without rubbing too much on the frame. So yeah, notching the frame is no big deal, right?
Especially up front, it's only for collision, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. But, I mean, looking at this, we've got still got a lot of strength there, but
it's slightly overbuilt a little bit?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're realizing we might be adding a lot of weight to the car in places.
But I think we might learn composites and plastic window making at some point, eh?
Yeah.
Like maybe 6 years from now.
Yeah. Installed that elbow now with the silicone, and it actually, with the other hose on there, it kind of looks like it's all factory-ish. So I'm liking it. Let's put it in place here. Okay. Now let's test fit it, and we'll see how it goes.
Do you need my help holding it, or is that one person?
No, you couldn't video.
Fresh paint won't scratch, right?
Yeah, it's plastic.
So now we should know if your frame clearance thing fits, eh? I'll come around the other side.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it looks factory.
So then this hose is going to be pulled this way a little bit, but
it shouldn't rub from what I'm seeing there.
No. And if it does, we can put a little protector on. Before it was being squished almost flat, so
that's much better.
I like it.
And you need a joiner hose from the throttle body to there, hey? Did you have one?
Yeah.
That's not smaller, hey?
So I'm just gonna have to. It joins on here, and then
that's for that one.
And then this end will come on here. Oh, for this one.
Show me again. I don't know if I caught it.
So this hose is gonna connect here, and then we'll have to shorten it, and it'll connect up under here, under the throttle body.
That's for the bottom hose, right?
That's for the rad hose. Yeah. What would that be? I guess the cold.
And do you have a 45-degree elbow to connect to the throttle body?
Yeah, right here actually. This one isn't the perfect bend, but it'll work.
It even says TB on there.
Yeah.
That's the original one then, hey?
No, those are my initials.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah. See?
Okay.
No, it is the original one. So the angle isn't quite right. I mean, if we have to later on, we could build something more permanent, but it'll be clamped at slight angles and stuff, but whatever. Make do with the cheapest parts for now.
Yeah. What did you tell me yesterday? It was satisfying doing what? With cheap parts?
To make stuff work with cheap parts, or what did I say?
With leftover parts or something, right?
Yeah, and you can, and which hose was it? This one here. Fits perfect.
Without trimming, right?
No, it was cut. Like I had to shorten it and everything. but you take a hose from another vehicle. I forget if this was from the Ford Flex or what, but it fits on here without trimming, even though the engine and rad are from 2 different vehicles. So that's kind of cool.
So when it blows, someday if that happens,
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
the parts number will be it might be between 4 different cars, right?
Yeah.
Just
so
go
if we
to
have a rad go or an engine go, then we just look at whatever vehicle it is. If it's the hoses, unfortunately, then we gotta do some.
But that's
figuring
easier
out.
than trying to match up weird engine combos, eh?
Yeah, that's true. So it after a lot of work and a lot less progress, it looks like, than what Devin did, but I got all these hoses done. So they made them all with those factory pieces we were talking about. So here's the charge air cooler, turbo to charge air cooler. And then we've got our upper rad hose coming in here. This one has to get plugged off yet. And
This one here.
other than that, we'll have to make this air box, and we're not 100% sure what we're doing here yet. Whether we're going to put the air box in the corner of the engine bay here, or run it up here somewhere. We're not sure. And then I got this hose made here out of factory pieces. 2 factory pieces are actually on clips in the middle too, right here. There's just a spring clip,
Yeah.
and then they pull apart.
To the radiator, right?
Yeah, to the radiator, the,
To the block.
coolant hose, and then here's my my turbo or charge air cooler collector or whatever you want to call it, and then the throttle body pipe. So now all we have left to do is make sure that the alternator fits in here, put the belt on, and clean up the wiring, and then the front will be kind of done-ish. Also, we have to finish. We'll have to make some brackets, so we're gonna build something maybe off of here.
Maybe
that-
go from finger to make
maybe,
a square.
maybe from here to here, and then weld it into here or something.
Something removable, hey?
Yeah,
that can
something
remove
on
with
both
this brace.
that pushes this down. But in the bottom, if you look at the bottom of the rad, sitting on in here, so there's a bit of a stud on the rad, just like the top has, and we put that in a hose to give us a bit of rubber mounting.
And there's no way that'll come out.
No. So then we're gonna put pressure on the top too, like this will push it down just a little bit, and that'll keep it all in place. Yeah. So that was good. Happy with the progress I made in the last day and a half. So yeah, it's awesome.
What we got here is, you can see the 2x4 here and here, and the back 2x4s are on the rear subframe, are giving me the alignment to keep this bolt and this bolt at the right height, and the ones up front are on the front subframe bolt, and that keeps it level. And we've centered it in the wheel arch here, and then I've measured, we won't be able to get in here, it's too tight, but I've measured off of a bolt here to this flange, or pinch weld on this brace, and that centers everything. If we're out a little bit, we can align that on the alignment rack, from what I understand. This rear floor plan,
Floor pan.
I keep calling it a floor plan. I guess it is a floor plan, but it's a floor pan. I've welded it on both sides. I don't know if you can get the camera in there. The bottom of the frame rail is welded to the inner rocker, and then I also got the middle welded. I had to put a little splicer. So both pieces are welded. I've tacked it on both sides here. So the front is held, and then we'll go look in the trunk. So the welds are not the best, but we've just put joiner pieces here, weld and weld, and that side we had enough that I could just tack it on. So then the plan is, those arch pieces on top we'll take out of the Celica if we can, just to save on steel on budget cost. And after that, I want to weld a frame rail across, probably to the back here somewhere.
So we're thinking of just using stamped steel for, or like just bending some bulk steel for that, right?
The way they would do the car factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need too much strength in the back, just for bumper and towing or whatever.
And then we want to put a fuel tank back here. So,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it looks good with that floor pan in there, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tires are a shade too wide right now, but I mean, once we put our once Devin works with that fender, it'll look good, I'm sure.
And the next step is, this has to be redrawn, but we're going to cut the wheel arch out of here. Probably be here. This is too high now. We've changed a couple things. So about here, about 5 inches. And then that's the inner wheel tub clearance, because we're going to stretch it and put a wheel arch lip on there yet. So, well, that was a super productive day. Tony made huge headway on all the stuff up front here, stuff that is definitely not my expertise. He's a wizard when it comes to a lot of these mechanical things. I am glad that we're a team on this project. The back is now ready to be fully securely welded. So next episode, you're going to be seeing me weld up the front. No, sorry. I'll be welding up the top of the inner wheel tubs and be getting some subframe connectors welded into place. At least that's the plan. I'm hoping we get all that done and maybe a little bit of fitment on the rear cross brace. So tune in next time. We'll have some really neat trick parts coming into the car that we'll be making. As you've seen, Tony made a really trick part right up in here. So yeah, it's been great, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the videos. And yeah, we'll keep making them as long as you guys are interested in watching. I love doing it. So until next time, we'll talk to you later.